Yo, what is up you guys? It is your boy D2Liddy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I am bringing you guys a whole new video. We will be reacting to a scary video from ShermanTheVerman. If you guys don't know who that is, it is FaZe Rug and Brawada's cousin. And if you guys don't know who that is, just check out their content in general. I'm gonna leave ShermanTheVerman's link in the description down below if you guys want to go check him out. All credit to him. I'm just reacting to the video. Why not react to one of my favorite YouTubers' videos? He's making a very interesting what's the word, bro? Anyways, he's making very interesting content, like a chapter. I forgot the word for some reason. I literally had it in my head. But he's making very interesting content right now for October, so I thought it was pretty interesting. So why not react to it? So that being said, let's just hop straight into the video, guys. Alright guys, so this is Contacting the Most Evil Spirits on the Ouija Board, episode 3. If you guys have not seen part 1, part 2, make sure you click the link in the description down below. It is not my video, it is ShermanTheVerman's videos. I did not react to part 1, part 2, but I'm starting off from episode 3. That way, he can get the viewers from mine, because I don't want to steal viewers. I'm just reacting because I want to watch it, and I thought the best way I could do this is react to it on YouTube, you know? So, let's just get into it.
Alright guys, well, it's 11:45 right now. My birthday is in 15 minutes. I had a lot planned. Tomorrow was gonna be my party, and then Friday, me and Leslie were gonna go to New York. I was so excited for that. Actually, here's a clip of Leslie surprising me with the trip to New York.
Guys, so I'm editing this video right now, and all of the footage of Leslie surprising me with the trip to New York got deleted, which is so weird. Like, I never in my life have had footage get deleted so many times besides filming this series. All my footage is getting deleted, so now that lifelong memory of Leslie
Series. Making a good series. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Not a good chapter, no nothing. A good series. My bad, guys.
surprising me with tickets to New York, which I remember filming. Like, I caught Leslie trying to record, and I said, nah, let me record. Like, let me do it to make sure everything's good. And I hit record. I made sure the SD card was in there. Like, I recorded everything. Guys, I've been doing this for over 5 years. Like, I have rarely ever in my life lost footage, and like, that footage is gone. But whatever, back to the video.
But we also had one more thing planned tomorrow, which is actually the day of my birthday. I was supposed to meet up with the priest in regards to this video that you guys are about to watch, and now unfortunately I'm not able to do that. So if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, this right here is a positive COVID test. So yeah, I tested positive for COVID this morning, and everything is canceled. Leslie has actually been planning this trip for 2 months, more than that actually, so I mean, I guess everything's ruined. Guys, and to make things even more weird, this is Leslie's COVID test right here. She has no COVID, and mine is COVID positive, which is weird because we live together, and we've pretty much accepted the fact that she has COVID because we've been sleeping next to each other, we've been sharing food, we've been, you know, kissing, eating from the same plate, eating from the same spoon, sharing water bottles. So we're like, all right, whatever, she has COVID. And then she's like, let me just check because I don't feel sick. And then she checks and she has no COVID, which just makes this whole thing even more weird. It's like, why am I the only one that got COVID, but Leslie doesn't have COVID?
That happens a lot. A lot of my coworkers, friends. That's all I'm gonna say.
We all went to the Bad Bunny concert. How come Brandon and Dennis didn't get COVID? The day before I tested positive, everybody was at my house. My sisters, my parents, nobody got COVID. I am the only one who got COVID. Take it how you want, but in my opinion, that's like crazy and just unbelievable. It's crazy. I wake up shivering. Like, I'm not even lying. Last night I had like 5,000 dreams. Like, I would sleep and then wake up and then sleep. It was like I couldn't get more than 2 minutes of sleep in a row. I would just wake up, wake up, wake up. I have not been sick in well over a year. Me and Leslie are very clean. We're germaphobes and literally wash our hands every second we get, and we drink a lot of vitamin C, and we take a lot of care of our bodies, and we never ever get sick. Like, never. I'm never sick. And then the one day, the one day that I'm going to meet up with a priest to shed light on this whole Ouija board situation, and something is stopping me from doing that. It's just weird, right? Like, out of over 365 days, the one day before I'm supposed to do everything, and it's like I physically cannot go do it. And yeah, I could do like a phone call or a FaceTime or whatever, but that's not the same. Like to have been sitting there with him at the church, just really letting everything go, would have been amazing. But so for that, I'm going to be putting 2 episodes in one right now. Enjoy the vid, guys.
What is Outplay? You play and it
Oh my
records.
gosh,
You
bro.
choose exactly what you want it to record.
Yeah, we get it, bro.
Kills,
Episode 4. Oh, never mind. 3. My bad.
So you guys know that we also did the Ouija board in Jessica's attic in her closet. That was a very popular one in my last video that I did, because I talked about encountering the worst demon of all time, which I will not name because I fear for my life now. And to be pretty freaking honest, weird things have been happening to me since I made that video. I'm not gonna lie. So for the sake of my life and actually sleeping at night, we are going to call him Momo. So every time you guys hear Momo, you know we're talking about you know who. So to go a little bit more in,
If you guys don't know what he's talking about, replace the letter M with the letter Z. And if you don't know what that name means, first of all, don't say the name out loud. Just look it up if you don't know what that is. Just don't say the name.
depth about Momo, I'm going to tell you guys some stuff about him. Momo is the most powerful spirit you can come in contact with through a Ouija board, and actually has a whole movie about him, which I didn't know until I was editing the video, and I got this recommendation on my feed as I was editing, which is weird because I've never seen that movie in my life, or ever heard about it, or even knew it was a thing until it randomly popped up on my recommended for whatever reason. So when you encounter him, the myth is that he never leaves you alone, because he doesn't just go around contacting just anybody. He only contacts people that he wants to get rid of. He really does with you. Like, he really does fucking scare the living out of you. And for me, it was very bad. He literally follows you everywhere and makes you feel like you constantly have to look over your shoulder. You always feel like you're being watched, and it's very irritating. At first it's scary, then after that you get irritated, you get angry, you want him to just leave you alone. I know this because he is the whole reason for this video. At least that's what I believe. He is the reason for every bad thing that happened to me after that video when we came in contact with him. He is truly the definition of evil, and I hope that by making this video I do not re-spark any type of connection with me and him ever again. He literally has the power to drop the TV that's in front of you right now, or the one in the corner of your room. He can swipe the blankets off of your body as we speak. He can turn the light on in the hallway that you just kind of glanced at a little bit. You should never ever take him lightly. Be aware even when you're just thinking about him, because he loves the attention. He loves taking over bodies of weak-minded people, people that are scared. If you're scared, you are in danger of him connecting to your body, just like we connect to Wi-Fi. So now that you know about Momo, let's talk about what he did to me.
Look, it looks funny. Huh? Where'd it go?
We played the
Bro, I
Ouija
can't
board
read that
in
fast,
Jessica's
bro.
attic, and we came in contact with Momo. Jessica removes her hand from the board mid-game and allows Momo, I almost said his name, took control of her body for a brief moment, we believe, and then he left. But that was not the end of him. That was actually just the beginning of him. So after that day, we wrapped up the Ouija board and we all went home. And I remember laying in bed, and for the first time in a very long time, I was scared. Like, I was actually nervous. Coming in contact with another force, or maybe alien life, I don't know what it is. Coming in contact with that never scared me. But then coming in contact with this spirit who has harmed people in the past and caused people to do bad things to themselves kind of started to worry me. I'm 17 years old at the time, and I'm in my bed with the lights off and the door shut. About 11 o'clock at night, trying to get some sleep because I had school the next day. And I remember kind of staring at my rolling chair in my room. If you guys have a gaming chair or a rolling chair in your vicinity right now, I recommend you grab it, take it out of your room until I'm done with the story, because this is creepy.
Uh-oh.
And all I have to show for it is my word. You could choose to believe it, or you could choose to not believe it. So it's dark in my room, and I'm staring at my rolling chair, and it had my backpack and a hoodie on top of it, kind of looking almost like someone was sitting in it. All right, so it was already kind of creepy. Maybe it was just my mind playing games with me. I started to think, if this Momo person can move the planchette of a Ouija board, why can't he move my rolling chair right now? And you f***ing guessed it. Right when I thought that, my gaming chair moved, and it was like facing me. When I tell you guys, like, I jumped. I tried running out of my room, but my blanket catches my foot. I swear to God, it wasn't just the blanket catching my foot. It felt like my foot got grabbed, like to the point where I couldn't move. It's not just yank your foot out. No, it was twisted into my leg to the point where I had to turn around, still in the room, in the dark, trying to rip this blanket off my leg. Sort of like Momo's way of telling me, hey, I'm here. Like, it was his way of telling me, like, yo, what's up? I'm here. Like, I'm with you right now. You can't escape me, like, I'm here. I finally, like, rip it off my leg, get the weirdest feeling. I run to my older sister's room, and I just instantly start crying. I'm 17 years old, like, I haven't cried in so long, and I started crying because it was the scariest thing, and, like, it was so real. Like, now it is not only a Ouija board, this is real life. And it took my whole family to calm me down, and nobody believed me, of course. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't believe it right now, but this is my story, and this is really what happened, and I would never come online and make up some shit like this. I just would never do that. A lot of you guys out there know me. Some of you guys out there know me personally. I would never lie on camera about anything that's happened to me, especially something like this. Surprisingly enough, this shit gets way worse. So after my family had calmed me down, after like 2 hours, them pretty much convincing me that my mind was playing tricks on me, I began to get frustrated. I just remember getting super frustrated because nobody believed me. I would see faces when I closed my eyes. I would see like different type of fog shapes in the mirror when I would shower, and literally hear noises and see shadows when I was home alone. I legit began going crazy. Like, it actually took like a serious toll on my body. Here's where I'm gonna get really, really personal with you guys. This is something I don't like to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it for the sake of this video. It's a part of my past that I never thought I would go back to, but I have to for you guys to fully understand the story and really understand what was going on. As some of you know, I was on a medication called Adderall. I was diagnosed with ADHD and needed to take Adderall to function every day, to stay focused, to stay put in conversations, to not kind of like move around, you know what I mean? Because that's what ADHD does to you. But when you take this medicine, things can happen to your physical health. The main things being insomnia and loss of appetite. But I was always on top of it. I would eat breakfast before I took my medication, and I would take it at an early time so that by the time it was wearing off, it was around like 6 or 7 p.m. and I could have dinner and go to sleep. But now going through this situation, like I said, I started to go crazy. I was so paranoid. I felt like someone was always watching me. It came to the point where I couldn't even stand in a room if my back was not against a wall. So I stopped eating. I stopped sleeping as much. I had bags under my eyes constantly, and I lost about 20 pounds in just a month. My health just went into a downward spiral. So it came time for my monthly checkup with my doctor, and he told me that I was at big risk for a heart attack and ultimately sudden death. So he took me off of my medication. When I tell you guys, like, unfortunately, I was reliant on my meds to keep me focused and just able to function in everyday society. I was stripped of them in one day to keep me alive, pretty much. I immediately went.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with Sanjay, and he
my
actually
gosh,
purchased
bro.
one of my pre-built Shopify brands for $17, and the store
into depression. No one ever knew about this because I was depressed, and when you're really depressed, you don't really tell anyone. You just kind of go through it by yourself. You don't want any attention. You don't want anyone to know that you're depressed because you don't want to answer any of the questions. You just stay to yourself and you don't want to talk to anybody. But fortunately for me, I had a very loving family. And for my birthday that was coming up, Brian bought me a car. I crashed that car in 2 weeks. I was literally going crazy. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. Everything was going wrong. My YouTube channel got terminated. My sister luckily got me a job, and I got fired within 2 weeks. I couldn't do anything. I felt like somebody was constantly beating me at life. I was at the worst of the worst in my life, and it might sound crazy, but I believe that it was all because of Momo. Now here's where things get really crazy. Everybody who has taken Adderall in the past knows this. When you get off this medication, you have these crazy dreams. I'm not just talking about like, oh my gosh, I had a dream that I got shot. No. It was dreams about 3-headed monsters the size of the Empire State Building. It was at a point where I was scared to sleep. But one day I had a dream that I'll never forget. I had a dream about a big black demon that looked like a gargoyle. Do you guys know what a gargoyle is? He was ginormous, like bigger than anything you could imagine, like as big as the whole sky. So every one of these dreams began the same way. The sky was blood red and they were filled with small flying gargoyle demon type things just flying above me. I would arrive on the scene and 99% of the time it would be in the same spot. It was in the desert. So it was kind of like Courage the Cowardly Dog type of scene. Red bloodshot skies and demons flying over me. Then suddenly the giant gargoyle would walk up to me and he would point in a direction that he wanted me to go in. And his hands were huge, like to the point where you could see every detail in his hand. They were like blistered up, and he would point in a direction. He had long fingernails, but they were pointy, not like he hadn't cut them, but like they were shaped to like point, like weird. It was weird, and it was different stuff. But there was this one particular dream that I had that I won't ever forget till the day that I die. I have never in my life had a nightmare this like clear and real. It was like there was no way to differentiate a dream versus real life. It felt like I could feel the wind. I could feel the sand of the desert like hitting my body. That's how real it felt. Where the other ones, I couldn't really feel that, but it felt like this was like the finishing moment. Like, yo, this is the message I'm trying to relay to you. So keep in mind, this could have been Momo in my dream. He pointed in a direction, and I remember looking in that direction and seeing what he was pointing at, and I started to realize like, hey, I might be dreaming, please tell me I'm dreaming. And I started pinching myself, please wake myself up. I've never pinched myself, that's just so stupid, but I started to pinch myself. I'm like, there has to be something about pinching yourself to wake you up. Nothing. I stayed in that dream. What I saw was Jessica's house. Bro, I got the chills. It's like, I remember I just stood there. I didn't want to walk in, okay? And I promise you, this is the scariest you're gonna hear. I've never heard this gargoyle's voice. I never heard any of them make a noise, only like birds chirping, not a regular bird. It was more like a demonic chirp. This demon says go, but like loud, like at me, like go, like that. I swear to God. And I got scared, so I went. It's dark. The door is wide open. The wind is like pushing the curtains, and the whole house is filled with sand because it's in the middle of the desert. It's the only house there. I'm going to give you a visual. Like, just try your best to envision this. I walked up to the house. Front door is wide open. Sand all going into the house. Wind. All the lights are off. All the doors in the house are shut. I'm still looking over my shoulder to see if this gargoyle is behind me, and he is staring at me. Just standing there. I walk in the house, I open the door. There's a bathroom on the right. I open the door, nothing. Lights are off. Try to turn the lights on. No lights are working. Get to the room on the left, which was Amanda's old room. Open the door, nothing. So I start walking up the stairs. I hear a baby crying in the house, up the stairs. Jessica.
This man better not jump scare me, bro.
First room in check. They have a window on the left to the outside. You could look outside from that window. You could look outside from the stairs. I'm scared. So I look to the left out the window to see if the gargoyle is still there or if I can make an escape. He's on one knee staring at me through the house, and it was this weird illusion that he was right in the face of the house, like this, like his head was the size of the house, staring through the window. I'm like, holy shit, right? I feel my heart like coming out of my body. I walk up the stairs. I'm like, dude, fuck it. I open the door. I slam the door open. I see Jessica sitting in a corner with her face in the corner. I hear only the baby crying. I still don't know where the baby is. I'm about to walk up to Jessica like, hey, please help me. I don't know what is going on. I grabbed Jessica's shoulder, and it didn't take no force. It's kind of like she was on a rolling chair and she just spun at me. This is really weird, and I hate saying this to people that might be scared. No eyeballs.
Oh my God.
Jessica had no eyeballs. Lifeless. I let go. She thumps to the ground. I look to the left. There's a baby crying.
The baby's there.
The baby's there to the left, right behind the bed. You know, in a dream, you kind of do dumb. So I kind of start moving towards the baby. I'm in the mix at this point. So I'm like, I might as well do this. The baby stops crying, stares right at me, and says, go, in the same way that the demon outside said go. And I immediately wake up. Holy shit. When I tell you, I woke up scared. I was home alone. It was the morning. I was so scared. Nobody was home. And I didn't come back to my senses until another like 2 hours. Like for 2 hours, I didn't tell nobody what happened. I was sitting in the garage, all the lights on, in a corner. I had opened the garage. I went outside. I'm like, do I need fresh air? Like I got dizzy. It was creepy, dude. Like that dream is weird. I'll never forget that dream, and I can tell it exact same way anytime anyone ever asks me. There's some stuff that I left out in that story purposely because I'm not going to say that on YouTube. There was a liquid on the floor of Jessica's room surrounding the baby. That's as far as I'm gonna go with the sight that I saw. I remember that right before I woke up, I had a visual image of a bull and his eyeball was bleeding. I don't know. I looked it up. It was just a flash of it, but I can remember it vividly. I remember it was like, it went in my face and I woke up right away. So yeah, so I got really scared and I ended up telling my mom, and she told me that it was because you're coming off the medicine, you know, don't worry about it. You'll be fine in a month. But this is where things get really, really, really bad.
Alright guys, that is episode 3, ShermanTheVerman. Contacting evil spirits. You guys know the name. I'm not gonna say it though. That is the end of the video, guys. I am going to take a nap because I am tired. I just got off work. Thought I should come home, make a quick video. Then I gotta edit it. I forgot. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that post notification bell. Other than that, it's been D2 Liddy. Peace out.